air of Nepal, and we're going to be welcoming Grepsr to the stage, everybody. Grepsr.
Hi everyone, hello judges. I'm Amit Chaudhary and I'm here with my colleague. We are both from Nepal. I'm here to talk about Grepsr, a cloud-based web crawling service. So first of all, why do we really need to crawl the web today? Web crawling can be used to automate data collection for many different things. For example, lead generation for your product or your business. And then you can use it for market research, monitoring your competitors' prices or your vendors' stock. And then you can gather data from various unstructured sources and then create reports which would then help you in your business intelligence. And then there are many other uses, but it all depends upon your business and your business model. So now, what's the real problem when it comes to web crawling for businesses today? First of all, setting up the infrastructure is expensive. You need to set up all the servers and all the other infrastructure which is expensive. And then not every business has a technical department. So configuring all those crawlers is an overhead on the business. Now even if you had all those crawlers set up, the problem is maintaining them because the source on the web it keeps changing. So maintaining them is a nightmare today. Now there are existing solutions, but they have problems too. First of all, you need to configure your own robots with most of the solutions available today. So configuring them is very complex and cumbersome. And then even if you got the hang of making your own robots, doing that for complex and typical sites, it's very, very difficult. It's almost impossible. And then there are other custom services who do it for you, but they don't have a process at all. They have no streamline, nothing, no process at all. So this is where Grepsr comes in. Grepsr is a scalable web crawling and data extraction service, which at Grepsr we streamline the whole process of requirement gathering, communication, scheduling extractions, and data delivery. And while doing all this, we also hide all the technicalities that are involved. Now we'll show you a short demo which highlights all these features of Grepsr. So sorry about that. Sorry about that, guys. So Join Your Own's an online fashion store, and he visits printers frequently to see what's popular and what's being talked about. But then he doesn't have all the time. He wants to give more time to his business. So he'd rather have all his data delivered directly to his computer so that he can save more time and be more productive. So John has no technical experience, so he joins Grepsr. He then creates a new project, and he gives it a name and a short one-line description of what he wants. He can further explain his requirements on a screenshot. So John chooses to give the URL of a pin as an example. And then Grepsr goes and grabs the screenshot of that page right into the system. John can now simply tag different elements that he wants here. So he wants the name of the pinner, he wants the source of the pin, he wants the image of the pin, and then he wants the title. And maybe he wants the total number of comments, likes and reprints. So once he's done tagging, an hour later John receives a message from Grepsr saying that his extractor has been configured and that now he can schedule his runs. So John goes in and schedules it to run every hour. When he does that, he also sees that the extractor is already running. So he wants to go in and view the data. John goes in and he can easily browse through the data inside the system itself. Even the images are displayed right in here. So John decides to leave it for now. And then when John checks back in the evening, he sees that the data was extracted every hour. John can view any of these data sets and even download them right onto his computer. Now, he can also have all this data delivered right to his computer through an array of options. John chooses to use Dropbox to sync all this data directly to his computer. This way, John now receives all this data directly to his computer, and now Grepsr has saved him a lot of time every day. So this was a very simple example of what Grepsr could do, but Grepsr can do a lot more, and you could extract data from many other complex sources. Now, for the market, any business today would need data collection, as we mentioned in the first slide, why we need to collect data. And then there are a few numbers from the US Census. There are over 1 million retail traders, over 500,000 finance firms, and over 600,000 real estate firms. These are only from US, and these are all possible Grepsr clients. Now our revenue model, because we configure the extractors for the users, there is an upfront setup fee of $129 and a subscription of $50 per month from there on. Now, as for where Grepsr stands today, Grepsr was launched in January of this year, and since then we have already delivered 8 million plus records from over 1,000 sources to 300 plus users that we have now. And we're also proud to say that we're already profitable. And Grepsr was founded by myself and Subrat. We are both graduates from the University of Technology, Sydney. And Subrat looks after the system design and marketing strategy, while I look after the overall product development and design. Thank you, everyone.
That's a very cool demo. A lot of data.
Thank you.
As well. Now, it's interesting in regards to how you do the data collection and scraping of the page. You make it very easy to use. With that, you have a proper subscription model and a revenue stream. How do you plan to scale the business in regards to not only technology-wise, but more users?
Initially, when we designed the system, we thought we'd have 1,000 users paying us $50 per month, but we think now it's more viable to have enterprise level customers who are paying more like $1,000 a month for custom solutions. So they don't need data from 3 or 4 sites. They need it from 1,000 various sources. So that is what our next plan to go for the enterprise level.
Will you actually offer the service for free for a limited amount of reps?
Yeah, what we thought is once we start growing and we've done it for many sites, we can release some feeds for free. So for example, there will be many popular feeds which hundreds of users want the same kind of data. So what we can do is we can release them for free, and then if they want some custom feeds, they can come to us with a pricing model.
It wasn't very clear to me how you go out and acquire customers. I assume that based on what I understand, you are targeting corporate enterprises, mid-sized small enterprises, for what you are charging, and trying to sell it to an enterprise, the cost can be quite high. There are always sales cycles. And so if you don't match up in terms of your cash flow in revenue as well as So my concern really is that there's a big number that you need to get, and the customer acquisition cost will be extremely high, and you need huge amounts. So that's not very clear to me.
I mean, right now, whatever customers we've acquired right now, we've acquired it at a very low rate just through search engines, and because we're also, to be very frank, we're also based in Nepal. So getting exposure is one thing. So this is like our first step. Coming to events and all that, and then getting these small businesses and it's not, the acquisition cost is not so high. Yes, for the enterprise it takes time to close the deal, but we have 3 or 4 in the pipeline already. Because the thing is, they've already tried other services, and most, let's say 30 to 40% of our existing customers, they're already frustrated users from our competitors. So they come looking for us, and then we are still in the process of talking to them, and slowly we grow.
Just a quick question. So, I'm afraid what the other guys in the audience, but I had difficulty hearing what you were saying. So I think it's a mix of maybe echo on your accent, but I have accent too, so I'll try to go through it. But very quickly, I understand your service is basically scraping sites, basically, for data, right?
Yeah, and creating reports.
And creating
Customer
reports.
reports if they want.
Why would a company go through you rather than do that themselves?
Because as I tried to explain in this slide, not every company has a technical department, and even if they do, they have their core competencies and all that, but data scraping is not their thing. And it's not always easy to scrape any site. So we've spent almost a year on building our backend for scraping, which makes it easier for us to do that rather than them doing it. So they can easily outsource it to us and reduce their overhead.
Okay, so your know-how is being able to break down like a large sites with lots of similar pages
to give you a
structure on scrape sites.
Yeah, to give you a simple example, like the companies that we have now as customers, they were trying to do it using other tools, but even computing the robots that those tools provide were difficult for them. So that's why they stopped it and started using our service. So doing the whole scraping from within their company is a totally different story.
Thank you very much. One round of applause for our Nepalese friend Grepsr.